Hello and welcome to Maths by SAS. This is my third lesson of D3, chapter number 1, exercise 1E, that is about the sketches of quadratic functions. In this lesson, I will be applying 6-point summary that we learned in the previous class to sketch the graph of the quadratic function of the form when the quadratic equation is easily factorized by hit and trial method. Let me read question number 1. Question 1 says sketch the graph of the following quadratic functions, and the first question is y equals to x plus 1 and x plus 3. Recall my previous lesson that what is the procedure for the sketching of quadratic graph. For all those students who have missed the previous class or they are catching us late, I'll be giving the link of the basic lesson in the description box so that they can watch and understand those two lessons properly, because for better understanding of lessons of maths, it's really important to integrate your lesson with the previous lesson, and you should have the strong foundation of the previous lesson. Okay, if we recall previous lesson, for the sketching of the quadratic graph, it's important. Step 1 was that we have to identify the coefficient of square term, and we have to decide whether the coefficient of the square term is positive or negative, and we have to decide about the opening of the graph. As the coefficient of square term is positive, so the graph will have the opening upward. This step we have to do in our mind only, okay, and we have to just visualize and imagine that as the coefficient of the square term is positive, so what will happen, that we will have the curve of the form U and it will have the opening upward. And the next step is that we have to find the X intercepts. For X intercept, what we are going to do is recall that for X intercept we have to put y equals to 0 in the given equation. What we have to do, put y equals to 0 in given equation, and when I'm putting y equals to 0 in the given equation, my equation will take the form 0 equals to x plus 1 into x plus 3, or what I can do is that x plus 1. At this stage, you simply have to apply either or condition and you have to get the value of x. So x will be equal to minus 1 or x equals to minus 3. Now we are getting 2 points. Suppose one of the point is A, X intercept, and X intercept is the point or the place where the curve cuts or meets x-axis, and when the curve cuts x-axis, its y value is 0. So we are getting 2 points, and the second point is minus 3 and 0. X intercept is done. Now we have to find y intercept. For y intercept, what we are going to do is, for y intercept what we have to do is we have to put x equals to 0 in the given equation. I will be going really slow because I'm making this lesson for my young students who are doing this article for the first time. Put x is equal to 0 in the given equation, and equation will take the form y equals to x0 plus 1 and 0 plus 3, and this will be 1 multiplied by 3, so this becomes 3. Y equals to 3, and I'm getting the third point, y intercept, which is 3. As y value is 3, so x value will be 0. Okay, now after that, the next step was that we have to find the line of symmetry, equation of line of symmetry, and recall the previous lesson that equation of line of symmetry is halfway between is the midpoint of both x-intercepts. So what am I going to do is the x-intercepts are -1, -3 by 2, -4 by 2, and this will give me -2. So equation of line of symmetry is x equals to -2, and let me block this answer. Line of symmetry, equation of line of symmetry, line of symmetry, x equals to -2, and let me block this answer. And now what is the use of this line of symmetry? It will be helping us in finding the minimum or maximum turning point. Now in order to find the minimum point, what we have to do is that why a minimum point? Because the coefficient of the square term is positive. So for minimum point we have to put x equals to -2 in the given equation. So let me write x equals to -2 in the given equation, x plus 1 into x plus 3, and this is -2 plus 1 and -2 plus 3. This will be giving me -1, and this will be giving me +1. Okay, and this is -1. So the minimum point I have to write is point is -2 and -1. Now in order to draw the sketch of this graph, what we have to do, we have to plot x-intercept, we have to mark x-intercept, we have to mark y-intercept, we have to draw the line of symmetry and minimum point. So let's go for the sketching. First let's do this all work with the help of pencil. As the x-intercepts are -1 and 0, so it means one of the point will be coming at this place. The second point is -3 and 0. This point will be, these have to be rough sketches, so just give the idea. Okay, and then what we have to do is we have to draw the line of symmetry, that is x equals to -2, x equals to -2. Okay, let me draw the line of symmetry here. Okay, and the y-intercept is 0 with 3, and the minimum point is coming -2 with -1, -2 with -1, and now nicely join these points. And as the curve is having, as the given equation is having the coefficient of the square term positive, so this graph will have the opening upward and it will have the minimum point. Okay, and now let me take the turn on this side and join the points. Okay, a nice curve, okay, I must say. Oh, and after drawing the graph, after sketching the graph, if you feel you're getting the exact U-shaped curve, then you can draw this graph with the help of the perfect pen. Okay, now it's the time that I have to join these all points with the help of perfect pen so that my students can understand this graph and see this more visibly. Okay, don't shake your hand. Okay, it has to be the smooth flow. Okay, it has to be smooth flow. Okay, join this point and let me make it a little more perfect so that my students should not be confused about this, that this can be the shaking curve, this should not be shaking curve. And then what we have to do, we have to join this intercept with the minimum point, and then we have to go upward. Okay, enjoy your work, really easy and interesting work. Okay, great job. Now look, these are the x-intercepts. This is the x-intercept. This is again x-intercept, This is your Y intercept. Okay, and this is your minimum point, which is -2, -1, -2, -1, and this is the line of symmetry. I hope my students are really clear, and now they will be able to easily sketch the graph of the quadratic equations and functions, which can be factorized easily by the hit and trial method, or they are already given in the factorized form. Okay, so let me confirm this, that I have marked X intercepts, I have marked Y intercept, I have marked line of symmetry and minimum turning point. So students, I hope you are clear about today's class. For next difficulty level, please catch me in the next class. Watch my lessons, like, share and subscribe the channel, and press bell icon to get the notification of every lesson in time. Thank you very much.